set? You all set?
Yep.
Okay. I've got 5 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order today, Monday, August 1st, 2022. Roll call: Selectman Howdy Goodwin, Eric Eaton, Mackenzie Jewett, Kevin Buck, and myself, Jamie Thurlow, Town Clerk Katie Danduran, and Town Manager Jesse Dunbar. Adoption of agenda. Is there anything anyone would like to change? Okay, approval of minutes. We have the minutes from July 18th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 18th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from July 18th, 2022. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
I'm not sure if I should recuse myself because I stepped out of the executive session at the end. I was here for the rest of the meeting. I mean, I don't think there's anything happening there I could pay attention.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll recuse
Okay.
myself. I was absent.
okay, that's what I figured, but I thought I'd bring it up.
Yep. All right. All those in favor? All right. Approval of warrants. We have warrant number, well, from FY22, we still have 2 warrants. Warrant 137 for $35.40, 138 for $3,843.06, and then from FY23, we have warrant 5 for $11,232.38, 6 for $17,757.02, 7 for $11,415.87, and 8 is $671,582.18.
I make a motion to approve warrants 137 and 138 from fiscal year 22, excuse me, and warrants 5 through 8 in fiscal year 23.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve warrants 137 and 138 from FY22 and warrants 5 through 8 from FY23. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, committee appointments. We have 1 commissioner seat with term expiring June 30th, 2025, and we have 1 application from Ward Mackenzie.
I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Greg Trowbridge and thank him for his service, and to appoint Ward Mackenzie to a commissioner seat on the Housing Authority with term expiring June 30th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the resignation of Greg Trowbridge and thank him for his service, and to appoint Ward Mackenzie to a commissioner seat on the Housing Authority with term expiring June 30th, 2025. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right, regular business. First thing we have is the FY23 wharf fees. Do you want to go through each one, Jesse, and just, is there any changes to anything? Or?
There are no changes,
Okay.
same as last year, and no request or inclination from the Harbor Committee to change them. Harbor must, I can see a reason to change them.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
It looked fine to me.
Right, yeah, okay. Easy peasy.
Can't complain to that.
If it's working.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as long as it's working, it's covering everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
I make a motion to,
Oh, go ahead.
go for it, Eric.
Alright, I motion to adopt the September 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023 wharf fees as proposed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the September 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023 wharf fees as proposed. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Next, we have the winter sand bids.
So I have, reached back out to Dots, regarding the price per yard, for winter sand. Last year we spent $9,584.40, on sand. They are willing to hold the same price as last year, $9.80 per cubic yard.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get it any better anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. And they come down with a loader and take care of it for us and
Yeah.
everything else, so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
I make a motion to award the FY twenty-three winter sand contract to Doug Garden Son for a price of $9.80 a cubic yard.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded to award the FY twenty-three winter sand contract to Doug Gott and Sons for the price $9.80 per cubic yard. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have the Southwest Harbor Tremont Ambulance fundraising sign. Is there anybody, I didn't see anybody here from the ambulance service.
So there's a copy of the email in your packet that I got from
Yep.
Andy, which pretty much explains that they're looking to assign in Southwest and assign in Tremont, finishing their fundraising for their new ambulance. He thought that down here, near the entrance would be
Yeah.
the most visible spot. If you all feel there's a more visible spot, they're open to that suggestion, but otherwise requesting your approval to place one down there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it looks like a good spot
Fine
to
by
me.
me.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, I mean, there, in front of the school or Bernard Corner would be the only ways.
Yep.
Yeah, good enough.
I'll make a motion to allow the placement of a fundraising chart sign for the Southwest Harbor Tremont Ambulance near the town office lower entrance.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to allow the placement of a fundraising chart sign for the Southwest Harbor Tremont Ambulance Service near the town office lower entrance. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have the town website. I'll let you just go with that one. I'll let you go.
So, it's been on my list of goals to, look at revamping, revitalizing the town website, making it a little easier to use. We fairly frequently get some requests from residents as to updating the site, or it's difficult to find what they're looking for. I have talked to a vendor, that has two options. A fully customized site will start at $5,000 for them to design, but they also have a setup for templates, which do include customized colors and our logo and everything. There's just like 10 templates to choose from, and that's $2,500 setup. The yearly cost is slightly under what we're paying per year for our current website. I don't see a need to go with the fully customized site at this point. This company does a lot of thousands of municipal sites around the country. They do Camden and Biddeford and another one here in Maine.
Have you peeked at those ones?
Yep. And so this, basically tonight I'm seeking your authorization to work on upgrading the site, not necessarily to award that specific vendor, but as long as it's within my spending ability, are you all fine with upgrading the
Yeah.
website?
I asked Iris about the pricing, she said that was pretty accurate,
Okay.
she does that, so.
Okay.
Have you seen Ellsworth? Have you gone on there before?
I have, not recently, but.
Their maps to look up properties and all the stuff is awesome. I don't know what that is, who does that, but that is like,
Yeah, ours is a bit cumbersome.
yeah, but this is like,
Yeah.
you
it is,
go on,
it
you
is.
can click on the map on where you're looking for and brings up the properties and list it and, oh, it's
Nice.
pretty cool, so I
Yeah.
don't know if that's, who does that, but that's
Okay.
something to look
Okay.
into.
And then the other, since that's not, a budgeted thing to upgrade, if you wanna choose to use ARPA funds for that potential amount or from the contingency fund.
The other thing too, I hear people say that the calendar's not up to date a lot. And maybe, hopefully this will be easier to keep up to
Right.
date. And maybe that ought to be, you know, a regular assignment to someone's job description.
Yes,
Because-
we've talked about the calendar, and it's a,
Because if you update it in one spot, it doesn't update in the other spot, so you have to update it in several spots.
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's-
Maybe
yeah.
this would be better.
the sites vary, yep, and if you place, even if you put like a new ordinance on it, there's like
Does it
two
connect
different
it to all the
places, but it
areas?
doesn't. So, we'll put it in one spot and then it's like, oh, it's over there too.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will, if you can
Yeah.
get a new vendor, they can
Yep,
smooth that out a lot.
yep,
Because that's, a lot of people go there to try to find stuff and they can't find it. And I've done that same thing myself.
yeah.
It is challenging.
What do we have left for ARPA funds if we choose to use ARPA funds?
Currently, it's 118,000.
You're good, Mackenzie.
Just asking. I want a sign, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, I know, I do too, yeah. I want a sign, just like the school.
It will be on the
Yeah.
next agenda.
Okay.
Okay.
Troy just asked the other day.
And we're all gonna send
I know,
Dennis
I
a
saw him
picture.
down there this morning doing it again, and I was thinking, you gotta figure the man hours too, that it takes to go down and mess with those, and then making up the letters.
just said-
and
Oh,
Chase the
making
ones-
letters
terrible.
anymore.
Chase the ones that blow down the road.
Mosquitoes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
miserable. Yeah.
He just said last week, are you getting a new sign?
Yeah,
It's a new year.
you can sit here on your phone and punch in what you want, and it's right down there.
Okay, then you can have a new website, as long as we can have a sign. No.
Guys good?
Yes?
Yeah. I make a motion to authorize the town manager to upgrade the town website at a cost not to exceed $5,000 and figure how we fund it later.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to authorize the town manager to upgrade the town website at the cost not to exceed $5,000 and to, you say, just figure out at a
Yeah,
later
which one
date
of the sources
which one of
later.
the so- yeah.
Yeah, see how much it is.
Yep, to see which one we'll use. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right, next we have the snowplow truck bid results. There's a whole big packet of stuff.
Yes, and I have the stack of actual bids here, for everybody who more.
Yeah.
So you just left some of it out, because a lot of the details about bodies and stuff like that weren't on in these.
Yeah,
You I see the total different, but I don't see the specs different, so I was gonna ask you
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
So that particular truck, the 182,944, how much, I mean, what are we getting that we're not getting for the extra 30 grand or whatever?
so the main difference is the Viking plow system versus the HP Fairfield system. As you can see, the HP Fairfield equipment only is $125,000,
Mhm.
which that 125 was provided to each of the dealers that quoted at HP Fairfield equipment option. Troy has reviewed the bid specs, and he was in favor of the 182 with follow. Our current trucks do not have, the stainless bodies, so he does want stainless bodies.
Are they steel or aluminum? Steel? Yeah, I'd go with stainless over regular steel for sure.
Um, Our current plow setup is HP Fairfield on the 232.
Howdy, what do you know about Viking equipment?
Well, I don't know, that's what I was gonna ask, where do they install that and works on it?
I've never heard of it before. I know I looked, but I didn't.
$40,000 is quite a difference.
Oh, yeah, it's huge for the equipment difference. It's not if you look at the trucks, you know.
Yeah, it's all the
Caldwell-
same, yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
What's the
Caldwell
difference between the HP Fairfield equipment and HP Fairfield?
40,000.
No. The 211 and
It's
223.
174 versus 211 is the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost
Yeah.
40,000.
The same
Or,
truck.
or 182
Stainless
versus,
body and
Oh, so it would be
223.
just a
So
non-stainless
the-
body.
This outfit's out of New York,
The Viking equipment,
yeah.
So-
HP Fairfield's in Maine.
Yeah.
So if we did the,
I,
if we sacrifice the stainless body though, we'd be at 211, which is a lot better than 223. I mean, and you have the HP Fairfield.
Yep.
Well, I think Daigle, that's pretty comparable. So Daigle's was 220, Caldwell was 211, and I think
Yep.
that's the same equipment almost exactly, isn't it? From what I could
Yes.
see.
Yep.
Plus Caldwell's right here, so.
Right.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
did,
you know,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
obvious, yeah. Conveniences, service is worth a ton.
especially in the wintertime, you know,
Yeah.
you wanna
Yeah.
run a truck to New York.
So,
Yep.
how old are these trucks? Like 7 years or something?
They are 15.
13
So
years.
they're
Non-stainless bodies, and the bodies are still fine.
9.
Good enough.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, he's sanding, truck laundry, paint, it's gonna need some patching, but yes.
So this is a truck one's what we're gonna replace.
The one that's made.
No one
The
had.
body, the body's gonna, the steel body's gonna last as long as the truck is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we're not gonna keep that stainless body for the next truck, so
Right.
No.
I would go with that one, the 211 347. I don't know what you guys think.
I'm just trying to see the difference, Howdy, between the, like the engines, that's got a QSL, well, an L9, which are very, very tough engines that we use, Cummins in the International,
Yep.
from Caldwell, and I didn't see in, I could not see, oh, the Western Star has the same engine in it from O'Connor.
Okay.
Yeah, I would stick with Caldwell.
Yeah.
I mean, they're close by for
Yeah.
service.
Yep,
I agree with that one. I agree with that. They've given us
And I
4
think-
options and they all get good prices.
And I think go with a steel body, like I say, it's gonna last as long as the truck is gone, as long as they take care of it.
A little bit of maintenance.
Right.
yep. What if we, and I don't know if this would ever work, but what if you like bedline the truck, you know, undercoated it or whatever? Would that
Under the
help?
body,
Yeah, right out of the get-go.
wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Just some sort of I know I've been putting it on everything I can get my hands on at the shop because it makes a difference on the frame.
They're rubberized.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
costs $2,000 on this much money, it's not a
Right.
huge thing. If it
Yeah.
lasts 5 years, good. And then
Good.
and then that would give you a little more insurance on your steel too.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to award the snowplow truck and gear bid to Caldwell Diesel for $211,347 for the non-stainless steel body with HP Fairfield equipment.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to award the snowplow truck and gear bid to Caldwell Diesel in the amount of $211,300, excuse me, $347 with HP Fairfield equipment and a non-stainless body. Is that it? I think I covered all of it. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Next, we have truck bid specs for the F-350 that we have out here with the flatbed and the lift gate. That's more or less what I always called the Harbor Masters one, cause it, you know, the Harbor Master used it for a while, and
Yeah.
everybody kinda used that truck, so.
They do use it to launch the
Yep.
Yes, so truck seven, it's 2005. This past fiscal year, expenses for the year came in around $6,000 to keep it running and inspection, which is quite a lot for 17 years. Truck's 17 years old. Public Works foreman does not believe it will pass inspection this fall. I know he said what he thought was the step separating from the cab is not the step separating. So I have drafted bid specifications for you to review. There was discussion back and forth between Troy and Justin as to whether we should remove the flatbed liftgate off this one and put it on the new one. But it came in, I mean, they're $2,500, $3,500 for the setup, so I felt in the end it would just be more beneficial to just get the new one as a full package.
And when you, to buy the truck though, you're gonna have to buy it with the body on it, because it don't come just cab and chassis for that type of truck.
Okay.
For a single, you're not
For a
getting a dual.
single wheel.
That's what I was wondering if
Yeah.
you were gonna
You
up
have
it
to buy it with a, as a pickup body, and take the
Yeah.
pickup
Yeah.
body off
Okay.
and get rid of it.
Would it make sense, Howdy, to put duals just so that you could haul a sander if you wanted, or no?
But you can still haul a sander.
Yeah, but I mean more, yeah, probably it wouldn't make it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Price difference, I just was thinking probably isn't anything, cause you know, without buying the,
And it's handy, like if they gotta run to Ellsworth to
Yeah.
get something, it's
Yep.
just as a pickup more so than a dual wheel truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would suggest going with a diesel engine over gas also.
Okay.
I disagree with you on that one after fighting with diesels for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the extra price is worth
Well,
it, but,
as a work truck,
yeah, if you're gonna be,
definitely would want,
as long as you're under warranty, you're all set.
right,
how about pricing it out both ways?
yeah, it could.
Yeah,
I tell you what it is, $9,000 difference.
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah,
And then pay more for the fuel.
yeah.
And you're not gonna get a 6-speed automatic, they're all 10 speeds now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would price both, Jesse, if you
Yeah.
don't mind, just so that
Yeah.
you could see the difference and then we can weigh out the options then. Like if, cause it, you know, do the math, see how many miles you'd have to put on to make it work.
Now, we're getting a plow with this also.
That's up to you.
Isn't that plow on that truck fairly new?
It has a V plow. On it.
Yeah, I would, if the plow's still good, just have the
Yeah.
What is it for a V, is it a
It's a Fisher.
Fisher?
Yeah, it's a Fisher
stainless.
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 Just have headgear and everything put on the new truck? Don't use the old headgear, right? Is that
No.
what you-
I probably wouldn't even,
Yeah, cause the time they pay the labor, take it off. and
your
then-
harnesses and everything are gonna
Yeah.
be.
So you'd want the truck side of the equipment put on with Fisher.
And you going Ford, is that?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Ford or Dodge, one or the other. The GM, you'd have to.
You'd have to leave it in the shop.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I wasn't being hard on you, Eric, you got your GMC sitting
Don't
out
talk
there,
about
but. I bought a GMC one time, and they said, you gotta come back before you put your plow on, and I went up there, and they had to tighten the torsions up so hard in the front so she wouldn't bottom out when you picked the plow up. I didn't know which was gonna come off the ground, whether the plow was gonna come off or truck was gonna bottom out before I did it.
Yeah. I don't know. I have mixed feelings right now.
Yeah.
We could upgrade you to a Ford, Eric, I could do
No,
that for you.
I don't know.
You have something, Keith?
I was gonna say, if you go with Ford, I have the 7.3 gas, it's $2,800 more than the 6.2, but even with that big Godzilla motor, it still isn't, I
Yep. And that's what, I have the 6.4 in the Dodge version, and that's another, whatever it is, $2,500, $3,000 upgrade over the standard. I wouldn't go any less with that plowing, and I've had great luck, knock on wood, I shouldn't say that, I've had great luck with that truck, but I wouldn't go with a smaller engine at all, so. You might get, your difference might get smaller too.
No, they don't tow a lot of weight, but, I mean, floats and stuff, but that's night and day towing difference.
Yeah, well, just if you're gonna use it for plowing.
Yeah.
If you-
And the resale value, if you do sell it, is
Worth twice as much,
twice as much.
as long as it don't rot out.
Right.
So you wanna add on here, plow gear,
Yep.
truck side plow gear. And also, are those, while we're talking about that, did you say at one point that those plows couldn't interchange, some of them? Cause it would be nice if you could, you've got three Fisher plows, you should be able to drive into any one of them and plug in and go. But I don't know what the difference was between I know some of them had 3 plugs or whatever they are,
Yeah,
the
it's the
3.
connections of them.
Yep.
Yeah, for each that, they're all separate, I mean, they're all different.
We'll just make sure that, when we do this, that we do the newer style, and then, I'm just wondering if the plow that went with this truck is an older style, you might be better off sell it with the truck.
Or replace an older plow that we have.
Yeah,
We have
just
an older
because, to get rid of that old connection,
one.
Yeah.
whichever one is the older connection, cause that's the whole benefit of having them, so you can plug into any one, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter which one goes to which truck. Truck size plow gear, and I would say, once again, I've just done it and I've seen it, and it doesn't cost that much. I would have it undercoated, whether we do it or they do it, it doesn't matter, but
Mhm.
there's a place at the end of the 395s that does it out there in Herman, and that's,
Yeah.
I would just have them, I mean, nowadays, they don't last 2 minutes anyway, so.
Mhm.
The other thing is, you think about trying to trade it in, see if they give you anything on the other one?
Yeah, so that, currently it's drafted, we will trade,
Yeah.
just selling it by bid, but if you wanna amend it.
Yeah, I'd sell it by bid.
Yeah, you
She's
need
a
to
little,
do that thing.
she's a little rough, Kevin, I don't know.
Oh, no, I know, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get anything by bid was my point.
Yeah, oh yeah, I gotcha.
I think I got 100 spot in my pocket.
Yeah.
I need a new truck.
You can leave that GMC in the shop, Eric, and there you go.
Yeah. That's my payment.
Yeah. What else did we have? Not trying to pick apart your bid, but I thought there was one other thing that
No,
we
go ahead.
had to add on to it. Flatbed with gate. I would definitely specify 2 aluminum flatbed.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, Howdy, but those steel ones they rust so quick and the aluminum ones now, like you said, Coops has them up there for, I think, $3,000 right around there, up in Bangor.
Is that with the lift gate?
What's that?
Is that with the lift gate?
No, that's just
Yeah,
a flat,
yeah.
like you fill on that,
Yeah,
it's just the
that's what I
flatbed,
thought,
and then
yeah.
they put the lift gate on extra.
Yep.
Manual hubs too, I don't know if you, I mean, you can specify that, but I don't wanna deter people from,
It's got 4-wheel drive with manual hubs. Yeah, that's in there.
yeah. I would just cross that if it was my, it's up to you, but just, it's hard, I mean, there's very few that come with manual hubs now.
I was wondering about that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think other than that, that's it.
What does that come to? A 1-ton? Is that what we're looking for, or is that a 3/4 ton? Yeah.
else anybody can think of?
Cooled seats. Man.
Okay, looks good to me.
Motion to approve the medium-duty truck cab and chassis bid specifications as amended, and to authorize the town manager to seek bids for truck 7's replacement.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the medium truck, cab and chassis bid specs as amended, and to authorize the town manager to seek bids for truck 7's replacement. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, we have, next one is relocation of FY 22 funds. Mr. Jesse.
So, I talked with the auditor, and confirmed that, the select board can move, funds within a cost center, so anything in the administration line can be reallocated in the administration line. Town meeting approves the total for that cost center. So there's just a couple items that ended up, over budget due to changes that were made during the year, and a couple items that have excess funds in them. So I think it would just be, best to reallocate them so it looks, cleaner when the audit goes over it. In the administration cost center, there was 43,208 left over in the CEO wages line. When it was originally budgeted, back in 21, the budget was for a full-time employee, that we did not end up hiring. And the part-time help line, we did increase the deputy clerk's hours, so that line went over by 9,614. And the attorney's fee line is over by 33,958. So I would propose that you move, the 961498 to the part-time office help and 33,59302 to the attorney fees line. The boards and committees line is over by 13,367 due to the increased expense from, changing the comprehensive plan, contract to North Star Planning. And I would just propose that you utilize, the leftover 12,856 in the contingency fund towards that expense.
If we're over by 34,000 on the attorney's fees, what's the total for last year? Do you know that off the top of your head?
69.
69, okay.
Wow. Kinda out of control, isn't it?
What's that?
It's a lot.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a lot.
What, where's the 34,000 coming from?
The excess fees in the CEO wages line.
From last year.
Oh, gotcha, yeah, gotcha.
That sounds all really good to me, Jesse. I think
Yep.
that's really good planning on that.
Mm-hmm.
I make a motion to authorize the bookkeeper to move from the CEO line, $9,614.98 to the part-time office help, and $33,593.02 to the attorney's fee, the attorney fees line in the fiscal year 22 budget.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the bookkeeper to move the CEO line, $9,614.98 to the part-time office help line, and $33,593.02 to the attorney's fee line in the FY 22 budget. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
I make a motion to authorize the bookkeeper to use $12,856 from the contingency fund for the additional comprehensive plan expenses.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the bookkeeper to use $12,856 from the contingency fund for the additional comprehensive plan expenses. Is Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have the town manager's report.
So in the last 2 weeks, I attended the National Working Waterfront Conference in Boston for 3 days. I opened the truck bids for the truck one replacement, worked on comprehensive plan, answers for the consultant. Had a meeting with, Maine Municipal Association of Loss Control regarding our safety program for the workers' comp, insurance. Attended a construction meeting at the Seal Cove Fishway project. Worked on meeting follow-up from the last meeting and meeting prep for this meeting. Updated the 175th committee bylaws per your last meeting. Ordered the broom and snow blower attachments for the Bobcat. Posted the broadband and 175th committee's advertisements on the website and around town, and reached out to some community members to gauge their interest. I talked to the school regarding questions on retirement for school staff, drafted the truck 7 bid specs, sent out and posted the request for bids for the heat pumps and the flooring for the town office, and did some general systems work. Office staff, clerk's office was busy with BMD reports, processing lien discharges, tax billing work, processing tax payments, and assisting with the bids and committee ads. Public Works changed the speed radar battery, placed the 25-mile-an-hour sign on the speed radar trailer, or signpost. Trimmed and mowed Head of Harbor Rich Cemeteries, Seal Cove Cemetery. Greased and cleaned the case. Cleaned trucks 3 and 9. Ordered a new case tire. Rear tire went flat. Checked roads. Continued sanding on truck 2. Case tire was taken to Ellsworth to complete tire. Stop sign, head sign was changed on Flatiron. Cleaned up at the dump area over here. Picked up the tire in Ellsworth and replaced it on the case. Removed garbage from Hillrest and Back Beach. Assisted the harbor master with removing garbage from the dumpster at Seal Cove. Repaired the AC compressor on the case. Finished up ditching on a paved section of Cape Road. Ditched and worked on shoulders on Turner, and changed out a cross pipe on Cape Road. Harbor master assisted a resident with a sailboating issue. Cleaned up wooden pallets galore. Worked on emptying the Seal Cove dumpster that was full last week. Had a medical assist on the wharf last week. Collected transient payments, rearranged transient boats. A lot of phone calls and follow-up regarding a broken down boat on the float. Repaired the electric hoist. Repaired the ladder by hoist 3. Permit and mooring fees collected. Cleaned up trash. Ordered permit stickers for wharf permits. Assisted the sailboat in the harbor, and had multiple meetings, conversations regarding moorings, boats, etc. And over the next few weeks, next week I'll be attending the MTCMA Management Institute for 3 days.
What did you get out of that working waterfront thing you went to?
It was good. It was all about protecting, preserving, and expanding working waterfronts. Protecting what's there, preserving what's there, or expanding it to more newer working waterfront uses. So it was good. There was a lot of information on what the state has available for working waterfronts. There's a lot of climate and sustainability stuff to do with it as well. So
There's money out there to be put towards these things, more than what we thought.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Okay, thank you, Jesse. Suggestions for the next meeting? Date of the next meeting?
I'll make a motion to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, August 15th, 2022 at 5 p.m. at the town office.
Second.
Moved and seconded to confirm the date of the next meeting for Monday, August 15th, 2022, 5 p.m. at the town office. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, next we have 3 executive sessions. The first one is entitled Fire Department.
I make a motion to find that public discussion of these personnel matters could be reasonably expected to cause damage to the employee's reputation and/or to violate the employee's privacy rights, and therefore to go into executive session to discuss the employment, appointment, assignment, duties, promotion, demotion, compensation, evaluation, disciplining, resignation, and/or dismissal of an individual, a group of public officials, appointees, or employees as permitted by 1 MRSA 405.6.a.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session entitled Fire Department as read by Kevin. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? And it's 5:40 if you have a time. Okay, we are coming out of an executive session titled Fire Department at 6:22, and now we need to go in an executive session titled Personnel Matters.
I make a motion to find the public discussion of these personnel matters could be reasonably expected to cause damage to the employee's reputation and/or violate the employee's privacy rights, and therefore to go into executive session to discuss the employment, appointment, assignment, duties, promotion, demotion, compensation, evaluation, disciplining, resignation, and/or dismissal of an individual, a group of public officials, appointees, or employees as permitted by 1 MRSA 405.6.a.
Second.
Is that it?
I can keep going if you want.
Yeah. It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session entitled Personnel Matters as read by Kevin. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? And we'll be going in at 6:23. Okay, we are coming out of executive session titled Personnel Matters at 7:05. Next, we have an executive session titled 80K Action.
And I'm going to do the same thing. Last time this subject came up and asked to recuse myself because I'm a budding neighbor on 2 sides of this issue.
Okay,
So I'm gonna leave.
okay. You want to wait for the motion and then?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session as permitted by 1 MRSA 405.6.h for consultation with code enforcement officer regarding prosecution of an enforcement matter.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to go into 80K Action, an executive session titled 80K Action as read by Mackenzie. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? And Kevin will be
Have a
going
good evening,
home
folks.
early.
Whatever it takes, huh?
All right, we are out of executive session titled 80K Action at 7:15.
I'll make a motion to authorize the CEO to initiate an 80K action against property owner at tax map 12, lot 75, located at 19 Shore Road.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the CEO to initiate an 80K action against property owner of tax map 12, lot 75, located at 19 Shore Road. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All right, did we do date of the next meeting? We did. Motion to adjourn, I guess.
Second.
All those in favor?